Well, hello there, everybody. This is a comedy thief, and guess what? You're watching Funny Old Guys. That's who you're watching. We steal everything you're going to hear today, and I'm going to pass it along to this strange guy. He's not normally on our videos, but this what's your? Oh, wait a minute! It's Dr. Fatpacker.
It's guys, you know what's going on here.
It is Dr. Fatpacker. Say hello. I'm on
vacation,
doctor.
So I don't have to wear my stuff.
Yeah.
How did Hippie do over here? He was pretty good down on the beach, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gave me his hat. He said, if you're on the beach, you have to have a hat. So
I got
said,
it.
Okay, fine.
Give me hello.
Hat. That's good.
Say hello.
So, well, hello and welcome everybody. Willkommen, yeah.
And there we go. And below me is homeless Charlie. He's not wearing his wig today, but say hello to our wonderful audience.
Well, hello to our wonderful audience. And it's a little warmer, so I didn't have to wear my wig.
Yeah, but what the hell is that Packers hat?
Well, I'm trying to support him, you know.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Dr. Fatpacker, do you like his mustache this week?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. He's got a little extra on that side there, but otherwise it's good.
Anyway, what we do is we tell jokes. We steal everything you're going to hear and see today. So we're going to start joke after joke after joke and starting with Dr. Fatpacker. Go for it.
Oh, well, you know, here we are. Did you know that before the invention of the wheel, everything was a drag?
Before that, oh, it took me a second. Did you get it there, Charlie?
I know.
Yeah, because the wheel, they didn't have the wheel, so they had to drag everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
but no, it doesn't mean as much when you have to explain it.
So I actually got that before Charlie did. Charlie, tell us a joke.
Gosh. Well, the boyfriend was talking to his girlfriend on the phone, and he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And the girlfriend says, "Well, I'm in bed and I'm eating chips." And the boy says, "Well, what would you be doing if I were with you?" And she said, "Well, I'd be eating chips." He said, "No, I mean, if there were no chips, just you and me in bed." She said, "I'd go into the store and buy some chips."
So anyway, this flasher walks into a supermarket and he walks up to this gal in the produce department and he opens up his coat and he's totally naked. And she says, "Oh, thank you so much. I just reminded myself that I have to buy some baby carrots." That's
oh, ouch.
Yes, ouch. So anyway, tell us a joke there.
What would you call a man with a rubber toe?
A rubber toe?
Rubber toe.
I don't know.
Rubber toe.
Rubber toe. I like that one. That's a good one.
You have to put the accent on the wrong syllable.
Tell us a joke.
Well, a customer was at Home Depot and he bought a can of repellent and he said to the clerk, "Is this stuff good for yellow jackets?" And she said, "Not really, it kills them."
Very good. Okay, guys, here are three. I've been doing some traveling, but I don't like to spend a lot of money. Here are three cheap hotel slogans. The first one is, "If we known that you were staying all night, we would have changed the sheets." That's number one.
Oh, ouch.
Number two is, "We put the hoe in hotel."
Oh.
And number three is, "We're really, really working on that smell." Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, I told my girlfriend last night, in your sleep, you were using abusive language against me.
Oh.
And she told me it was just my imagination. When I said, "What imagination?" She said that she was asleep.
Oh.
Imagine, yeah.
There you go. Okay, almost Charlie, tell us the joke.
"Oh my," said the wife in bed with her husband, "you haven't touched me like that in years.
Wow.
Why did you stop?" And the husband replied, I found the remote.
Yeah.
So anyway, this little old 90-year-old man, he staggers into the ice cream store. He can barely walk. He's all hunched over. And he says to the clerk, I want a hot fudge sundae. And as the guy's fixing the hot fudge sundae, this little old man can barely hang onto the counter. He's staggering around. He's almost falling on his face. And the clerk behind the counter says, your ice cream sundae, your hot fudge sundaes are ready. Do you want a cherry on top? And he said, yes, as he's staggering around behind the counter there. And the clerk said, crushed nuts. And the little old man said, no, arthritis. That's what he said. Anyway, Dr. Fatpacker, it's your turn.
Well, I asked my granddaughter if she knew what a zebra was.
Yeah.
And she told me that there are horses that escaped from prison.
Oh,
A zebra, horses that, if I'm going to have to explain all of these, we're going to need a lot more time.
well, see, I'm old, doctor, and I these things that don't sink in.
You can't live with that excuse your whole life.
Well, what's left of it. Anyway, Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I'll tell you what, wish me luck in the New York City Marathon next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, last year I managed 3 hours, 12 minutes, and 9 seconds. Now this year, I'm going to try and beat that, but I usually get bored and change the channel.
Oh my goodness, that's a near record. Well, anyway, this little 7-year-old girl, little 7-year-old girl, she goes into a pet store. The clerk said, may I help you? And she said, yes. She said, do you sell bunnies in your pet store? And the clerk said, well, yes, we do. Well, I would like to buy a bunny. What kind of bunnies do you have? He says, we have brown bunnies. We have small bunnies. We have big bunnies. We have white bunnies, and we have multicolored bunnies. What kind of bunny, little girl, would you like? And the little girl said, well, it really doesn't matter because my python doesn't give a fit. Anyway, let's see what time it is. Are we doing good? Oh, we're doing just great. Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Well, I heard of the state trooper who stopped at a little cafe for coffee. And as he was getting ready to leave, a patron of the cafe yelled out, go out and get them. And he said, I suppose everyone's going to get a ticket today? And the officer goes, well, I don't really give out very many tickets. When the guy goes, oh, come on, you'd give your own mother a ticket, wouldn't you? He goes, no, my mother never drove a car.
Oh,
But I did catch her jaywalking once, but I issued her a warning, but that's all.
that's it?
That's
Because
it, yeah.
Well, drive a car on. Well, there you go. Boy, that was hysterical. I didn't get that one either. Anyway, Homeless Charlie, your turn.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really don't mind going to work, but that 8-hour wait to go home is just ridiculous.
Yes, absolutely is. Well, you guys remember Johnny Carson, of course, he's not with us. He's up in heaven, I trust. But anyway, he and Ed McMahon used to do the Great Karnak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Whoa, yeah.
Ed McMahon would give the answers, and then the Great Karnak would come up with mystically come up with the answer. So I've got a whole bunch, but I'm
Come up with the question, right?
I'm going to give you 2 today. Yeah, the question. So anyway, so Ed McMahon gave him the answer, and it was the first answer was A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And the Great Karnak says, the question is, what were the earlier versions of preparation H? That's what he said. So here's the second one. Ed McMahon says, where the hell are we? Oh, Ed McMahon, this is a kind of a complicated one, folks. Ed McMahon says, here's the answer. A triple, a double, catchers and fielders, and Dolly Parton. And Johnny Carson goes, name. Johnny Carson says, name 2 hits, 2 mitts, and a famous country singer. I stumbled through that one. It's your turn, Dr. Fatpacker.
Yeah, okay, well, look at this guy walks into the bar.
Hold
with
it.
a dog.
Hold it. This is our last one. Go ahead.
Oh, well, then I'll do 2 short ones then. Where did the newlywed horses stay?
I don't know.
In the bridal suite.
Oh, bridal suite. Get it, folks.
And what's
Go
the
ahead.
difference between men and government bonds?
I don't know.
Bonds mature.
Oh, there you go. Well, thanks a lot, Dr. Fatpacker.
Couple for the ladies there.
Oh, there you
One for
go.
the
So
ladies.
anyway, we're almost done. We hope you laughed yourself silly listening to our wonderful jokes. But before we leave, we have a point of conversation just between the 3 of us. And Dr. Fatpacker, what is the point of conversation for today?
Well, you know, this will happen to everybody once in a while. Your
Yep.
friend comes up to you and he wants your advice on something. What is the worst advice you could give him? And what would be the best advice you can give them? Oh, Miss Charlie, what do you got for that? Anything?
Well, I'll give it the same reply to the worst and the best. I just say, do the hell what you want.
Where the hell are you? What?
Do the hell whatever you want.
Oh, what?
Do whatever you want. Okay.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's the worst.
How about you, Comedy Thief?
The worst kind of advice I could give to a friend of mine is, you are lonely and you need a female companionship. So I'm going to contact my 2 ex-wives and send them over to keep you busy and excited and
Yeah.
that's
That would
what
be
I'm
the
going to
best
do.
advice for you, but the worst advice for him. Yeah.
My 2 ex-wives are all yours. Go ahead.
What's his best advice? Do you have any better, or is that going to be bad too? That's all right. We can go on. I would say the worst advice that I would give somebody would be to say to them, not my monkey, not my circus. Well, that would basically be nothing at all.
Oh, there you
And
go.
the best
Okay.
advice,
Oh,
I
okay.
would say, I got the best advice too. Come on. I'd say, listen to your heart and see what that did to your mother.
Well, that's a good one. Okay. Are we done? All right.
Yeah,
Well,
we're finished.
thank you for watching. We're awfully glad we'll be around next week with more video. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. We invite a very famous person to be on our very next video, a celebrity. And Dr. Fatpacker, who should we invite for our next video?
Well, I saw a James Bond movie the other night, an older one, when Halle Berry was in that. And I thought she was very good. So I think we could invite her.
She is not only very good, she's very sexy. She's very beautiful. She looks fantastic in a bikini. And
Yeah.
Halle Berry, you're going to be on our very next video. So check in immediately at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. But Halle, Miss Berry, if you don't check in at funnyoldguys@gmail in 24 hours, Halle, you're going in the trash bin. So this is a Comedy Thief. We steal everything you saw and heard today. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell.
Oh, Val, there, auf Wiedersehen, everybody. I have to apologize for my friend Hippie from the other day. You know, he forgot about telling you to subscribe.
Yes.
When I told him that, but he just ignored that. Oh, but also, if you want to tell other people about Funny Old Guys, the easiest thing to do is send away for these Funny Old Guys business cards, and it tells them just where to go for that. I mean, we'd tell them where to go, but that wouldn't be that funny. Oh, and so send in an email to funnyoldguys@gmail.com, and we'll send you some of these handy dandy business cards. There you go.
And we pass it on down to Homeless Charlie for his farewell. So say goodbye to the men, the women, the dogs, and the cats in our video audience.
Wow.
Well, goodbye to the men, the women, the dogs, and the cats in our video land, wherever the hell it is.
Exactly. Everybody wave goodbye. We're out of here. We'll see you down the road. It's been a pleasure.